What do we really do on Valentine's Day? It's easy to reduce it to a date on the calendar, a dinner reservation, or a box of chocolates. But sometimes, the simplest gestures carry the most weight. A single rose or a small bouquet. The gesture may be small, but what it can represent can mean everything. So I spoke with someone who works with flowers every day to try and understand why they matter so much.
Color, because there's texture, there's vibrancy, there's a feel to it. Like there's so much more than just color to a flower. Like a rose, you see it close, you see it open, you see the texture change, the color change. There's actually a flower that's blue, but once it gets pollinated, it turns purple. So you can watch it turn from blue to purple in tie-dye, and it's just, color doesn't cover it. It's fascinating. I think flowers have become so integrated in romance and our lifestyle is because the rarity. Like, I've heard so many people say they wish lilac grew for a longer season, but I think the short season makes it so much more desirable. The rarity of it. And flowers, like I was a gardener landscaper for a decade. You will work for years to get a plant to flower, and it just brings you so much joy. And I think there's such a great metaphor there of the dedication, the commitment, the care, the relationship between the grower and the plant. And then once you get that floral bloom, oh, it's just it's heavenly, it's paradise, it's exciting. And I think that really ties into romance. You put a lot of work into a relationship, into building a connection, and then one day it blooms. And just sticking with the metaphor, flowers do fade, they die, and you got to put in more work and more energy to get it to bloom again. And once you get that second bloom, it's just, there's no words. It's amazing. And like being a landscaper gardener, flowers are so unusual in the natural world. We're used to wood, we're used to green, and then when you get all these flowers and these textures, and the more you read about it, like when you look into the flowers of a Venus flytrap, which no one talks about, it's super unusual. And I think that just the unusual factor, your relationship is going to be so personal and not comparable to anything else in this world. And I think flowers represent that. Like, no two flowers are the same. They might be twins or siblings, but they're not identical, and neither is your relationship with your loved one. And I think there's something really sweet about that reminder of impermanence. We're only here for a short time, and so are flowers. And if they can be that beautiful and stunning and smell so good, then, maybe we can be that beautiful and stunning.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, they can be nostalgic, like what I just spoke about. They can evoke a memory. People have favorite colors, they have favorite flowers. And I think, like I said, they bring people joy. And I think it's because it is truly a flower is a beautiful thing. And there's so many beautiful, interesting flowers out there that people don't know or even seen. And one of the things that we really like to do here at Tiffany's is like bring those experiences to people. Give an example, last Friday, a woman called and her father had passed away, and she needed some centerpieces, and she didn't want to spend a ton of money. I said, okay, no problem, we can definitely do it. Settled on, just $75, very simple per centerpiece. Did it what we would normally standardly do, and we delivered on Sunday, and she gave me a call Monday to thank me and how much she loved it, how much her sister-in-laws that are super picky love them. Like, people are using flowers to celebrate moments in their lives, and we're a part of that. It's when I owned a jam business, it was really weird for me to think about something I've made as in someone's home. People are like, oh, I went to this house party and I tried your jam. The same thing. I went to this party and I saw your flowers. And it's a very weird thing when you think about it. Like, something I've created is in people's homes. People are talking about me and the work that I do. It's a very weird concept to think about, but it's something that's really impactful to me.
Yeah, I think the thing that flowers really communicate is the care. can't rush a flower. You can't be hasteful. You have to be intentional. You have to go out of your way. You have to be thoughtful, considerate, careful. And I think that care and that attention and intent really resonates with people. You can call any restaurant you want and set up a reservation, but to talk to a florist and know your partner's aesthetic, their color, their style, what they love, what they don't love. Like when somebody says, my wife hates the smell of lilies, like knowing that and being able to communicate it and then execute it, I think it makes people feel seen, makes them feel, cared for, recognized, and appreciated. And it's a very simple yet profound way to show how much you know somebody. I think that's really beautiful. Flowers do have a superpower. Flowers bring you joy. One of my favorite poets, Rumi, he said, the earth laughs in flowers. Sometimes going for a nature walk or a hike, you see flowers. I just think the earth goes, ha 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 ha. It's joy. There's nothing more to it than just beauty and joy and celebration, and of course pollination and science and that. But who wants to talk about science? We don't talk about love and beauty.